Yeah,
Let's
let's
do
do
it.
it. Welcome to the Fantasy Formula One podcast. I'm Paul, that's Ben, and we have our first guest star, Lessie.
Yeah.
Lessie, welcome. We have never before had a guest star on this show.
Hi, guys.
Lessie is my daughter. You can be our Hollywood correspondent. We are recording here in the wake of the Monaco Grand Prix, which is one of the most prestigious Formula One races. We had this moment where we realized, oh, wait a second, there's a Monaco Grand Prix moment in one of the early Marvel movies. And so Alessia is our Marvel movie expert. Which Marvel movie did the Monaco Grand Prix show up in, Alessia?
Iron Man 2. Tony Stark was one of the racers for the movie in there.
That's an excellent point. That race depicted in that movie showed something a little unorthodox, but I never gave it a second thought until I started watching Formula One. So Tony Stark, the owner of Stark Industries, is the sole sponsor. The Stark car is just the Stark logo. There's no other sponsor.
Never realized that. You're right.
So that's kind of a baller move. I like that. But tell us a little bit about Tony Stark's health and well-being in this movie.
He's like taking his blood test a lot, and his toxicity level is for his blood is going like up and up because his like heart thing is like keeping him alive and also killing him at the same time, and then that leads Tony to also start like being much weaker. He has to drink this juice, like black juice, to even do the race.
So he goes from being at this high-end sponsor lunch is like, I'm about to die. You know what? I sponsor this car. You know what? I think I'm going to race this Formula car. Paul,
just because he has the time and money for it,
right? As our Formula One, reigning expert here, how often does the team owner say, you know what, I'm going to kick out the driver right before the Grand Prix and get into my own jumpsuit and race a car?
To give some solid data, it is a newsworthy event. Like they cover it on F1.com when the owner gets into like the back seat of a practice car to get driven around, or when they like get into like a souped up Porsche and do some tooling laps. Like there's a mazillion reasons why you wouldn't have an owner get into a no kidding F1 car.
So as we were watching Iron Man 2, we did notice it's not actually it's not the Formula One Grand Prix. It was a Series G, which I don't know if that's even a real racing series. It might be.
Leave it in the comments because I want to know. Because like it's one of those things that I refuse to Google. Is there such a thing as series? Like I feel like the internet's just gonna laugh at me.
It's either gonna be like, yeah, that's never a thing, or it's gonna be like, why don't you know this?
Formula One has really started to show up more and more. Whereas, just in the last 15 years, it's pretty astounding. So America is slowly, peeking its head out of its shell in terms of international sports.
That's true.
So a couple other key things happened in this race that I think maybe we could incorporate into Formula One. One of them is having a Rolls Royce driving the opposite direction.
Agreed.
That would certainly keep things interesting. That's the kind of car that Happy was driving when he was trying to get to Tony.
Assuming the F1 cars are going, I'll lowball at 150 miles an hour.
Sure.
Wait, they go that fast?
Oh yeah, they go upwards of 200.
They're stupid fast.
They're stupid fast. And let's say they're going a little bit slow, right? And being 150 miles an hour. And then if Happy is driving the other way, again, I'll call it really slow, call it 50. You got to have some pretty lightning quick reflexes to not end up dead. Now, granted, it'd be the end of the movie. And speaking of, and it's kind of meta that Happy is a director of the movie and was driving in the Monaco race too, technically the wrong direction and not in an F1 car.
Oh, that's a good point.
The actor, I don't know. But anyway, so I'm getting off topic again.
Okay, Leslie, there's one other big thing that happened during this race that's pretty specific to a Marvel movie that I would like to see maybe incorporated into Formula One races to keep things interesting. Do you have any idea what that might be?
If you're talking about the Whip Man, I don't know if that'd be interesting for other people.
I am talking about the Whip Man, and when I say Whip Man, I mean what's his name?
Whiplash? Is it Whiplash?
Yeah, Whiplash is his bad
the guy with the two energy whips.
Right. Yeah. He burns off his
that's crazy.
His jumpsuit, the top part of his jumpsuit.
Yeah.
It's a family movie,
Which
exactly.
I think that was really cool how like it just kind of fell off.
Yeah,
that was pretty sick.
That was clean.
Part of the intensity of the effect is the fact that it was Mickey Rourke. So I think if we could specifically get Mickey Rourke just like whipping cars from the middle of the track as
Right.
it goes by. That I would watch that one. I would watch any of the Mickey Rourke series.
And the Monaco race this year, only 5 cars were on the lead lap.
Okay.
So rather than giving them the blue flag and telling, hey, get out of the way, let somebody pass you, you could just have Mickey Rourke walk out there with the laser whips and just listen. If you don't get out of the way fast enough, you don't get the blue flag, just get your car cut in half. And
You guys are
all
too
day.
dark-minded.
Spain is coming up. There's Spain features a huge straightaway, so those cars that don't rely on the hairpin turns to make up time,
ooh,
or to get out ahead. It'll be interesting to see how people play this one.
Who won Monaco?
it was McLaren, Ferrari, McLaren.
So Leslie, that's the thing we were talking about. Monaco tends to be kind of boring because it's a historically beautiful course.
Yeah.
But because the racing track is so narrow,
Yeah.
it's hard to pass anyone. So however you qualify, like whatever the order of the cars is when they start, tends to be pretty, unless something terrible happens, tends to be close to what the order will be when they finish.
So Spain do they have wider lanes?
Yes.
Okay. So
Just
it's gonna be a
about
little more
everywhere.
interesting.
Yeah, just about everywhere has wider lanes than Monaco. Another not great weekend to have to be Mercedes heavy. I'm not going to flinch though. I'm going to give it one more week, I think, before jumping ship and maybe trying to swap out for some Ferraris. I know the tried and true method of getting points in fantasy is to have two strong constructors and not just the good drivers. But this so far, my commuter team, which is more driver heavy, is working out primarily because I've got Oscar Piastri and McLaren, but my other constructor is Williams, and they are doing way better than they have any right to be.
But there is an
Spain's
F1 movie we should watch.
That's true. Oh yeah, Lessie.
Okay,
So there's a
So I
Formula
think
1
what we
movie
should
coming out
do
in July.
is if we can find a movie monthly, like one episode monthly.
She's trying to write herself as a regular here.
Welcome aboard. There we go.
Moving
Well,
on
I'm a
in.
movie person, so I think we should do 1 month we watch a racing, or every month we watch at least one racing movie. We come back and talk about it, and yeah.
There is the Sylvester Stallone movie Driven, which I hear is terrible.
Which means
So
we
let's watch
absolutely
it.
need to go.
Yes,
For sure.
yes.
Okay, let's do it.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Well, so I'm going to wrap it up. McLaren is still the thing. Red Bull is embattled, but they've still got Max Verstappen. Williams, I'm pulling for you. Mercedes, get your act together, or I'm going to dump you hard for Ferrari.
Because Ferrari's taking all their points. Ferrari and Mercedes are mutually exclusive, and the better Ferrari does, the worse Mercedes does.
Correct. You got anything? Any closing words, Paul?
Nope, that was perfect. That was everything I had noted down.
Cool, man. Lessie, you want to close this out?
Yeah. Well, thank you for watching, everybody, and stay tuned for more movies. Bye.